and keep it as brief as possible, that would be great.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Lord Mayor, I rise to propose an amendment to the Labour motion that has been set out in my name, and that will be seconded by Councillor Mariam Jan. It's set out in today's papers. Birmingham is a vibrant diversity, and today we are here to discuss a motion that acknowledges the deep, troubling scenes of organised, racist violence that have unfolded across the country. These acts of hatred, particularly in those targeting Muslim communities and mosques, are unacceptable in any society. They have understandably caused fear and concern here in Birmingham and beyond. I would like to make mention to the area of Yardley, which gained both national and international attention, when a small breakaway group from an otherwise peaceful protest caused disturbance at the Clumsy Swan. Yardley is a community that takes pride in its diversity and its spirit in tolerance. I would like to take this moment to commend the swift action taken by my colleagues in the Liberal Democrats, Councillor Zaki Chaudhry, Councillor Deborah Harris and Councillor Baba Baz, who were quick to visit the Clumsy Swan immediately after the incident. Their presence and efforts helped restore calm and rebuild the community spirit that had shaken by such distressing events. I fully support and acknowledge the crucial work carried out by the police and the community partners, their efforts to de-escalate tensions and ensure the safety of all residents regardless of faith, background or identity. As a councillor of the Yardley constituency representing Small Heath Ward, I heard firsthand the effect these violent incidents had on my ward, particularly on the women in our community. The fear and anxiety many of them felt during and after the riots was overwhelming. Women who have long been a backbone of their community suddenly found themselves unsure of their own safety and the safety of their families. This is not the Birmingham any of us want to live in, a city where anyone, let alone women, feel unsafe simply because of their faith or identity. While we condemn the violence that has threatened our communities, I believe it is equally important that we do not lose sight of the need of integrity and consistency in how we address these issues both externally and internally. This motion rightly states there is no place for violence, abuse or intimidation in a democratic society. The report commits to tackling hatred, division within our communities, and it emphasises the importance of building bridges between our diverse communities, outlining the need of collaboration with government agencies to protect places of worship, including mosques, synagogues, so that all residents are free to practice their faith without fear. These are commendable goals, and I fully stand behind them. However, if we are to have a zero tolerance approach to violence, abuse, intimidation in our city, we must ensure these values are upheld at all levels of public life. There should be no place for intimidation, harassment, or factionalism, not just in the communities, but also within the very institutions we sit to write these reports. We must ensure that every councillor, every public servant, and every resident feels safe and supported. Lord Mayor, we cannot preach unity and respect to our communities while tolerating division and hostility within our political spaces. The strength of our democracy depends on the ability to work together, even in disagreement, to ensure that all voices are heard with respect and dignity. This motion calls on us to step up in tackling hatred, and that includes fostering a healthy, supportive environment. It's my hope that the Birmingham Labour Group will address their internal divisions head on, because doing so would demonstrate that they truly believe in the words they have written in their motion. If we are serious about tackling division and abuse, we must lead by example, showing the highest standards of conduct in how we treat one another, both publicly and privately. Lord Mayor, I particularly want to highlight the issue of misogyny, which intersects with the broader concerns about safety and respect. Women, whether in our communities or in political life, must not face harassment or marginalisation. As a female, I experience the detrimental effects of misogyny and division, and I know too well how this erodes our work to build stronger and safer communities. This leads me to a relevant quote by political theorist John Stuart Mill, who once said, "A person may cause evil to others not only by his actions, but by his inactions, and in either case he is justly accountable for the injury they cause." Lord Mayor, we must hold ourselves accountable for ensuring safer society, whether that is addressing the external threats posed by organised racist violence or internal ones caused by factionalism and harassment. I agree and welcome the opportunity to work collaboratively with government agencies, community groups and fellow councillors to protect our communities, ensure safety in our places of worship and bring build stronger ties across Birmingham. However, I request Birmingham Labour to also hold itself accountable to the same principles of fairness, equality and decency that we expect of others. I support this motion to improve and offer support to the communities affected by the violence and intimidation, but I also believe that commitment to tackling these issues must extend to every corner of our work, that's inside and outside of these council chambers. Only by maintaining the highest standards of integrity and respect can we truly foster the unity and cohesion that this motion envisages for our great city. Thank you.